Hello, everyone. It's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and welcome to the Streaming Wasteland here on the SPDM Crew Podcasting Network. And this is my weekly show where each Friday I pick a streaming service and pick three previously released films off of it. And hopefully, by the end of this episode, you have a whole weekend's worth of movies to go check out. And this episode, we're going to be highlighting the streaming service AMC Plus, which includes IFC and Shudder and Sundance. And 'tis the season, I will be at least having one holiday themed film on each of these throughout the month of December. And let's get started. Now, since, this does include Shudder, so we're getting a little spooky here with our first holiday pick, and that is 2015. Yes, this movie is 10 years old. It's 2015's Krampus, a boy who had a bad Christmas accidentally summons a festive demon to his family home. And this is a dark fantasy folk horror coming to you from director Michael Dougherty. And this film has a pretty impressive cast of Adam Scott, Tony Collette, David Koechner, and obviously you have some of those familiar faces, and you have the titular Krampus, which is a cool looking horror creature coming for you and your family. You better watch out. And love the design. It is cool, it is creepy, looming. It has this great snowy kind of horror feel to it, which is a very specific vibe that apparently I'm gravitate towards because of The Shining and The Thing. And here you have an engaging cast, this dark, kind of twisted holiday theme, and a creepy monster. And I think Doherty delivers some pretty solid and enjoyable scares coming off of his work in Trick or Treat. And here, this is certainly one for the holiday and fits everything real well. Next up, we also have another holiday infused horror ish film, and that is 1984's Gremlins. And yes, this is the iconic, darkly comedic folk horror flick from the 1980s. After receiving an exotic small animal as a Christmas gift, a young man inadvertently breaks three important rules concerning his new pet, which unleashes a horde of malevolently mischievous creatures on a small town. And this is from director Joe Dante, writer Chris Columbus. Great duo there. Columbus has made some really endearing and enjoyable films, and this film certainly has some heart and soul to it. And Joe Dante just had that number in the 80s, these darkly intense, thrilling horror type flicks with this, The Burbs, and so many other fun films. And Dante just finds that perfect balance of that humor and some legitimately creepy scares here in the holiday season. And of course, you have the cute little Mogwai who is absolutely adorable, and then the Gremlins who are creepy as hell and work perfectly for this, you know, family friendly kind of horror flick. This creature feature and Zach Galligan and Phoebe Cates, very 80s, both deliver here as our two leads. And this certainly has some other players running around, like Corey Feldman, because it's the 80s. Other familiar faces like Harry Carey Jr. and Dick Miller, who's popped up in a few Joe Dante films, including Small Soldiers. This film has cool creatures, fun high concept ideas, the rules to taking care of a Mogwai, and of course, kids not gonna follow them. And the Gremlins have become such a fun and iconic monster in movies. And this is the balances good humor, good holiday cheers, and some really creepy elements and some freaky twists and turns along the way. It is a fast-paced, engrossing, fun 80s, you know, holiday horror flick that just balances all the right elements, and Joe Dante, with his steady hand, really brings it together. And lastly, we're going to turn the clock a little further back to 1962, and this is for the this folk yet another folk horror. It is Carnival of Souls. And after a traumatic accident, a woman becomes drawn to a mysterious abandoned carnival. This is from director Herc Harvey and stars Candace Hilligoss as Mary Henry, this woman who wakes up after this traumatic car accident. And this film is in crisp black and white. It's a lean hour, 18 minutes. It has buckets of atmosphere, how the camera moves, how it engrosses you. There's something eerie and mysterious around every turn. There's plenty of elements that will keep you guessing along the way. And the truth to the matter is so shocking. And it's one of those types of horror films that you really want to go in not knowing much because there's elements that'll really come out and grab you. And there's a lot of these like ghoulish types of figures and imagery that keeps popping up and haunting this young woman. And I think Hilligoss gives a fantastic performance anchoring this film down and us going on this journey with her all the way up to her finding out a very dark truth in the end to what has happened post car accident for her. And this is has a great vibe and atmosphere with this abandoned carnival. There's just so many great elements to this, and this is a haunting experience worth your time. But that is a wrap here on another episode of the Streaming Wasteland. Let's do a little summation. So you're going to check out AMC Plus, and you're going to go and check out 2015's Krampus, 1984's Gremlins, and 1962's Carnival of Souls. But thank you for listening. Make sure to like, comment, and share on this episode. What's your favorite folk horror figure like Krampus? What's your favorite movie from the 80s that mixes that like fun, darkly funny horror elements to it? And what is your favorite creepy old black and white horror film that just digs up underneath your skin there? Then make sure to like and make sure to follow and subscribe wherever you listen to your podcast. The SPDM Crew Podcasting Network is ever expanding. There's so many great shows with all different types of topics, especially if you love movies. So make sure to check that out. And you could, if you're interested in joining the crew, whether as a guest on one of these shows or if you have an idea for your own podcast, make sure to reach out to us on our website. And if you like our logo, check out High Flyer Creative for all your digital marketing needs. But most importantly, thank you as always for tuning in and supporting the Streaming Wasteland here on the SPDM Crew Podcasting Network.